Hello all and welcome back to another model railway video. Now today's video is going to be on an engine I wasn't expecting to get anytime soon, but yet it is here and I'm all ready to do a video on it. Now I went to Middleton Model Railway on the weekend, went over and caught up with Colin to see how he was, and while I was there he had a package that had turned up, and it was actually his recent order of stock, Hornby stock, to put into a shop. And inside the package was one locomotive that I've been very keen to get hold of. And I was very excited to see it, and of course I bought it while I was there. And it is this. This is the Hornby Ruston 88DS. Now this is pretty much the bigger version of the 48DS, which Hornby have already released. I've done some videos on those. I'll try and put some links up now so you can watch them if you can. And yeah, they're quite enjoyable little videos. But I'll tell you what, this thing is just as impressive. It doesn't include the little flat car as the 48s do, and this is mainly due to it's bigger and is able to cope with the points, as you will soon see on my layout as it's running around. I have already run this locomotive, and I tell you what, I'm so impressed with how it's run. It's only had a few laps of the track so far, just towing some light loads, just 2 wagons so far. And it does so with great ease, and it looks fantastic as it's going around. Now there are different features on this loco, as you will soon see, compared to the 48s. Of course there's a bit more detail on the loco as it is a lot bigger, so they can incorporate different things. And the cool thing that I like, you've got cab detail on the inside that's visible, so you'll soon see that when I unbox it. So I'll open it up, we'll get into it and have a look at the new Ruston 88 from Hornby. Here we go. So let's open it up. And as I mentioned before, I have opened this up already, so it's not brand new out of the box. It's almost brand new. A couple of days old. So, there it is. We'll open it up. Well, actually, I better grab the little piece of paper out. I haven't actually opened this, so this is the first time I've looked at this. You should always read your manuals first, but I was impatient. Okay, so this is the split diagram, and I have not actually seen this. So, lubrication points. That's your body removal. It's quite a dinky looking chassis, really. It looks quite funny without the axle boxes over the top. It looks quite funny looking. That's your coupling or your blank bit for the buffer beam. That's your DCC socket, and there's nothing else there. Let's look at the other side. No, just more general standard stuff. So yeah, very standard manual, just shows you the basics. Now the detail pack, this is one thing that I've mentioned before, which is a shame with this. It doesn't have a Ziploc bag, so it does have just one of those sealed bags, and of course the problem is, and it has happened, this stuff comes out again. It's not going to stay in it. So all that you got in your detail bag is your couplings and your blanks. So that's nice and easy. So there's not really any details that you've got to fit. I'm not going to bother fitting any of those, except for I'll keep a coupling out because I am going to need it to link to wagons. So I'll just move these out of the way, and then we'll have a close look at this. And I've also got the 48DS out so we can compare the size. Move the coupling out, otherwise it'll spoil the shot. Right, so there we go. The Ruston 48 and the Ruston 88 are now side by side. And as you can see, it's clearly evident that the Ruston 88 is a much larger loco. Still very small compared to other engines, but a lot bigger than the Ruston 48. And to confirm it even further, I'll put them side on. So they are buffer to buffer at the moment, in terms of the cab buffers. Look at the difference in terms of the length of the body there. Much, much larger. The cabs are very similar, but the nose at the front where the motor compartment is, that is where the main difference is. Now one other difference which is quite major with both of these is what they come with. And what I'm meaning is this. The Ruston 48 comes with a flat car, and when they are factory done, well, how they come from the factory, the Ruston 48 has a drawbar going to the flat car with pickup wires, and these wheels actually have pickups. So when it goes across the points it doesn't cut out or stall, is because it is a very short wheelbase. The 88 doesn't have that, and in all honesty it surprises me, is because if I am to do this with the wheels and put them like that, you can see that the distance and the size of the wheels, the 88's wheels are much bigger and there is a bit of a gap there, a bit bigger than the 48's, but very similar. So I haven't actually run the 88 over point work yet, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I'd say it will be fine though, because Hornby have designed it this way, so they must have designed it to work. So yeah, we'll soon find out on the layout how it performs over point work. Anyway, I will now get into having a look at the details of this loco. There's some very cool details. As I mentioned at the beginning, there is some really cool details in the cab of the loco. So we'll have a close look at what this engine features, and then I will give it a run on the layout. Here we go. So let's have a close look at the detail on this wonderful loco. So as you can see, you've got the nice print on the side. It's the British Rail symbol with the number 20 underneath it, and that looks really nice. You can also see surrounding the cab area you've got the nice white handrails. They look really good around the window and the sides of the door. You can also see the white handrail on the side of the body there. That looks really good. In terms of other cab detail, you've got some nice rivet detail there. You can see the outline of the door that's been done. That looks really good. You've got your clear plastic windows. They look really good. And inside, I don't know if you can see it really well, but there's some red painted cab detail in there. Some controls. I can see right at the back there's a handbrake lever. It's a bit hard to see because of the glare of the plastic. But it's really nice to see some cab detail in there. It looks really good. In terms of the rest of the side of the loco, you've got some nice panel detail on the side with little vents. You've got the little handles there to open each panel up. Nice rivet detail. On the bottom, on the frame, where it's painted black, you've got some more detail there. Bolt or rivet detail, looks good. You can see the axle boxes, they look nice. See the wheels underneath. There's the sander pipes, you can just see there, and some brake blocks. They look really good. And again, the front of the loco looks really cool with the wasp stripe front, and you can just see it coming around the edge there with the radiator. I believe that would be the radiator area. It's that looks really good. You've also got at the back here where the cab is, you've got the steps going down. You've got a little tiny step on the side there. It's probably to help get around onto the walk board of the loco there, the running board. And yeah, that's pretty much all you can see from the side. And you can see your buffer beams from the side and your metal buffers. So with that, we'll move to the front and have a closer look at some of those. So you've got metal buffers that aren't sprung, unfortunately, there on the front of the engine. And then you've got this brilliant grille and front piece here. So you've got the wasp stripes surrounding it. You've got some nice etched grille detail there on the front. You can see the Ruston print just below the headlamp and a tiny little painted lamp. It doesn't work, but that looks really good. And then you've got some more lamp brackets just on the sides there and over there. So they look really good. And I believe, if I turn it side on, I'm pretty sure that's a lamp bracket as well. It is too. So you've got a lamp bracket there if need be. So that's pretty cool. So the buffer beam detail, as I said, you've got your metal buffers, the nice painted yellow buffer beam, and you've got the little hook there for the coupling, and then you've got the little bar near the bottom. I'm pretty sure that's just to stop anything going underneath the loco. That looks really good. And also from a front view, you may not be able to see it too well, but right there's a little Ruston and Hornsby print, and there's the little horn as well with the exhaust, and that looks really cool. So I'll turn it around to the rear of the engine, and these little engines are quite quick to go through in terms of the details because they're nice and small. But yeah, you've got more of the wasp stripes on the back. That looks really nice. You again got nice clear plastic windows. You've got a little lamp at the top there, and then the Ruston and Hornsby print, and then below it again you've got more lamp brackets. In fact, the lamp brackets on the stand out quite a bit from the body of the loco, the cab of the loco. It's really cool that they've incorporated them, like not just having it as part of a mould that's just on there. It's actually, they're sticking right out so you can see them. Probably would be quite easy to fit a detailed lamp on those. That looks really good. Again, you've got the same buffer beam detail. You can also see, I may have not pointed out on the front, You've got some rivet detail there that looks really good. But yeah, I love the wasp stripes. They look fantastic. And then the other side of the loco, we'll have a look. It's very much the same again. The main difference is you've got a panel on the side here which sort of extends from the body of the engine. If I go side on, you can just see it there. But yeah, that looks really good. And pretty much everything else on this side is exactly the same. And from a top view, you've got the nicely done cab roof with a bit of rivet detail. And the same with the top of the main body. You've got that panel there, the little cap there, could be the fuel cap, I'm not sure. And your radiator cap on top there. And it looks really good. Something I haven't really done much in my videos so far is actually have a look at the bottom of a loco. So as you can see where the gears are, and they've got plenty of grease and lubricant around those. And you can also see where the wiper pickups are underneath. So yeah, real nice and tidy loco. And of course your body removal is just those screws that are there. So it should be nice and easy to get off. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If I've missed anything, please let me know in the comments. But that's yeah, the detail that this loco features. It's only a basic little machine, like the Rustons. They're just small little shunters for in the yard, so they don't really have a massive amount of detail that you would cram into one of these. There's plenty that have been featured, but compared to other models, of course, there isn't that much. But it's just because of the engine it is. But still, a very lovely model. Rightio, so what I'll do now is I will put the loco on the layout and give it a run. I've got to fit the coupling in the back. In fact, I can do that right now. Nice and easy to do too. Done. That's it. So, got the coupling in. I'll put it on the layout. We'll give it a run light engine, of course, and then we'll put a load in behind it and send it on its way. So, we'll get into it. Right, so the little Ruston 88 number 20 is now down on the layout. So before I give it its run, I thought I'd do a little bit of a crawl test. So we'll give it a whirl. It's not brand new out of the box, just so you know. It has had a little bit of running, so it's not brand new crawl. Okay, so we'll try it from there. How slow can this thing go? It's about as slow as it can go without stalling. It has stalled. Try it in reverse. It's not bad. It does have a couple of little points where it stops. Try and slow it down again. It's not bad though. It may still need a bit more running in this because it hasn't had the full running in period. It would have only had, I'd say, tops about 10 minutes worth of running. So yeah, it may still need a bit more running in time. So yeah, I'll send it on its way light engine and then I'll stop it and we'll put a load in behind and see how it goes. Here we go. This is also the loco's very first time going over a set of points, so will it make it? A little bit of a pause, but not bad. Right, so there we are. The little Ruston 88 has returned and it is running pretty well. It's had a decent chance to have a bit of a run in now. So we'll try the crawl again. It's not bad. It looks about the same. Yeah, not bad. Okay, so it's all ready to take a load around. I will get some wagons together, put them in behind, and what I'll do is on the inside line, of course, I'll put the little brother of this engine on, we'll have the little Ruston 48 on the inside track. So it'll be quite cool to see them both going around at the exact same time, going the exact same direction. So we'll do some parallel running and see how it looks. Alright, here we go. So there we go, folks. That is the fantastic BR Blue Ruston 88DS number 20 by Hornby. What a brilliant little shunting locomotive this is, and you can certainly see that Hornby have made some improvements over the 48DS in this model. The fact that it doesn't have to rely on a flat car for its power over point work is a very big bonus. In my opinion, the wheel spacing on this loco compared to the 48DS is very similar, so I thought it would struggle, but no, it managed to negotiate the points quite well. It had a couple of hesitant moments, but most of the time it was pretty good. It was good to see it running over points, is because I was quite keen to see if it was going to cope, and it did, so that's good. It was also good to see it running alongside the 48DS, just to compare what the two locos look like running, and they look quite good parallel running. It was quite neat. It would be great if Hornby did a Ruston 48 in this livery as well. It would look fantastic, those two paired up in the exact same livery. So hopefully Hornby consider doing it in the future. I'm not sure though if one of the 48s was ever painted in BR Blue, so it would be just a case of finding a livery that both engines were painted in, if they were painted in the same livery at any point. I'm not too sure, but that would be something to look into anyway. Very good. I hope you've enjoyed this small video, folks, on the 88DS, and there will certainly be other locomotives popping up in the not too distant future. This was quite unexpected. I wasn't expecting to be doing a video on this engine, but here we go. It arrived and I was able to get hold of one, so that's really cool to see. I'm looking at also doing a video on another Ruston locomotive, if I can get hold of one. I'm trying to get hold of one of the Helgen Class 07 Ruston and Hornsby locomotives. They look quite neat. They've got lighting in them and they've got some really good detail, plus connecting rods, so I'd be quite keen to have a look at one, but unfortunately here in New Zealand there's only one retailer that actually stocks Helgen products, and it would just be a case of finding out if they can get hold of one for me. But I'll do some research and see what I can do. But there'll be other locos as well popping up as well quite soon. Very good. Hope it's been enjoyable, folks. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.